It's no surprise that Half-Life 2 is regarded as, well, a pretty good game. It has gotten a lot of acclaim over the years, and seeing as the player base is still going strong and the community is also still working around the clock to keep the game alive, this game just won't die. But wouldn't it be nice to experience the game in a different way? Like, I'm not talking about mods like Dark Life 2 or the one mod where it mirrors the levels and makes you feel weird. No, I'm talking about being able to play the game with a whole extra added dimension. Of course, I'm talking about Half-Life 2 VR mod. A mod you can get on Steam right now that allows you to play Half-Life 2 entirely in VR with polished and adjusted mechanics to make the experience actually pretty great. Let's talk about that.
LambdaGeneration.
Alright, before we start this week's video, I gotta talk about the new Lambda builds that we're doing. Yes, we're doing a new Lambda builds competition already this soon after the previous one. You can already play Back to the Roots, by the way. I left a link in the description below so you can download it. This time, we're taking Lambda builds to a whole new level. We're partnering up with Crowbar Collective, the developers of Black Mesa, for Lambda Builds Escape from Black Mesa. A Black Mesa-based mapping competition themed around Halloween where you have to create a Black Mesa-themed escape room. Maybe you're trapped in a science lab with horrifying Xenian creatures. Maybe you're buried in rubble after the Resonance Cascade. Or perhaps Gordon finds himself in the middle of a deadly cactus maze and has to escape. It's all up to you. Now, this being themed around Halloween, you don't actually need to put in loads upon loads of blood to score points. Making your map creepy, eerie, and atmospheric will do the trick just fine. Although you're allowed to put in blood, of course. Now, the prizes and the judges is really where it's at for this competition. Your map will not only be judged by me, Alex, and Kralik like always, but also by some famous Crowbar Collective developers, like Chris Horn, former lead and level designer, Sean Kemp, level design lead, Ben Truman, writer and designer, and of course, Adam Engels, who is Black Mesa's project lead and Crowbar Collective's boss. And the prizes? Oh boy, the prizes are something. The top 3 winners will all receive a custom Black Mesa mousepad and a Black Mesa display box. The third place winner will also receive a $50 Steam gift card and a Corsair K95 RGB Platinum keyboard. It's mechanical too. The second place winner will receive a $100 Steam gift card and an NVIDIA GTX 1660 Super graphics card. And the first place winner will also receive a $100 Steam gift card with a whopping NVIDIA RTX 3070 Ti graphics card. Now, you can play the new Portal RTX Remaster just fine with that. As you can tell, we're not screwing around this time. Come participate and claim your prizes. We'll be accepting submissions until the 18th of October and the results will be in on the 31st of October. Terms and conditions apply for the prizes. Please read the rules and the info that you can find on the website. It's linked down below. Good luck, everyone. Can't wait to play all of your entries. And now, back to the actual video. So, Half-Life 2 VR mod is a mod that you can download right now from Steam that transforms the regular Half-Life 2 experience into something that you can play comfortably in VR. The HL2 VR mod's team's goal here was to make sure that it feels as fluid and native as it can possibly feel. The mod was originally greenlit all the way back in 2017, but it suffered from some developmental issues down the line, ending up being abandoned for a little bit. In July of 2021, though, a bunch of new team members decided to take it upon themselves to finish the project up. And since September 16th, the mod is in public beta on Steam where everyone can experience it. As we go over the features here, it becomes very apparent that a lot of the mod has been heavily inspired by Half-Life Alyx. The mod supports full room scale VR, which means that you can freely move around the environment using your body. Basically just like how it works in Half-Life Alyx. You can even jam your head into the wall and it would fade to black. You move around the levels by using the joystick on your controller. This might be a little bit of an issue for people who quickly get motion sick in VR. Teleporting is not yet an option in the mod, although it's definitely being looked at. But because of the way Half-Life 2's physics engine works, this might be difficult to implement or even pretty much impossible. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Your hands also float in mid-air like how it's handled in Half-Life Alyx. The hands even support Valve Index finger tracking, so you can flip off the Combine cop that asks you to pick up that can. I'm using an Oculus Quest 2 though, so I can't really do that. The Valve Index is still so expensive, man. The way weapons are handled is also very similar to that of Half-Life Alyx. You control your weapon with your dominant hand, and you can even use your other hand to stabilize the gun. To reload, just eject the empty magazine and grab behind you to obtain a new clip and then just smash it in. A quick reload option is also being considered since Half-Life 2 is a faster paced game after all, so you don't always have time or you don't always want to do this manual reloading all the time. Even the way you select weapons is inspired by Half-Life Alyx. You basically press the right joystick down and your weapons will appear in a hexagonal grid. Now you just move your hand to the weapon you want to use and boom, you're off to shoot some Combine soldiers' eyes out. Even the vehicle sections have been translated into VR. Now, the mod does admit that people who get motion sick very quickly might not enjoy these sections. They're still working on some ways to improve this experience, but they have already done some things to make it a bit more bearable, like filtering out bumps, shakes, and twitches from the airboat so that your view stays as straight as possible. Even turning on the flashlight is super simple. All you have to do is press the use button near your head and there you go. The team who's developing this mod has no doubt put a lot of work in this, and it's not even done yet. The mod is currently in open beta, so a lot more features are planned to be added as well, even Steam Workshop support, so look out for that. There's even going to be a graphics update in a later release, which already looks pretty impressive. You can definitely see the increased light map resolution at play here and a difference in bloom and color correction. Just another way to make the game look fresh. Are you looking at this and are you like, yes, I'd absolutely love to play that right now? Then go to the description and click the link I put in there. Half-Life 2 VR mod is completely free as long as you own Half-Life 2 on Steam and have Steam VR installed. And of course, you need a VR headset for this. According to the Steam page though, it supports the Index, but also the HTC Vive, Windows Mixed Reality, and the Oculus Rift. But you can get the Oculus Quest 2 to work fine with this too. That's how I've been playing it actually. I also highly recommend you go ahead and check out their website too for more information about the mod, news, frequently asked questions, and the roadmap to check out what they're planning next. Oh, and if you really like their work, you can buy them a Ko-fi. And once again, the Half-Life community provides you a way to experience your favorite games in a whole new way. Can't wait to play the eventual Game Boy port.